straightening. Reporting for duty.
And man was really out here with a rotating camera.
Damn, son. What's going on? What's going on there?
Get to your bag, man.
What's going on there? Why is he just interrupting, man, in the middle of a...
I was trying to add fuel.
Trying to add some juice too.
That sounds like some just interruption.
No, we keep it going.
Anyways, I'm going to keep going. You already know it is Double O Straightening, the one and only reporting for duty. And you already know, for 48 episodes this year, 2021, every single episode,
we've been doing, bro.
I've always been making sure
that
I'm always leaving here with something. Know what I mean?
Alright then.
Yes, sir.
And it's your boy. Wait, you got extra? Or you straight?
No, I'm straight.
Okay, cool. It's your boy Nicholas D. Harvey.
Yes, sir.
It's my birthday.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry about me. Worry about your motherfucking credit score. Worry about your social credit score. Worry about your personal credit score. Worry about your financial credit score.
Why?
Because listen, worrying about what I got to say ain't gonna get you shit.
Ain't.
So worry about your credit score. And by the way, for 2022, for the first time, for the last time in 2021, but going into 2022, the game in trouble. Started off small.
Now to pay me
double.
Cheers.
Yeah. And it's your boy Kofi Jordan, aka Uncle Kof. So they don't call me Uncle for a reason.
Facts.
I'm going there to the whole parties, and you know what I'm doing. I'm mingling with your siblings. I'm mingling with your cousins.
Hello.
And guess who else I'm mingling with? Well, I'm mingling with your aunt.
If your auntie,
single or not?
What they call you?
They don't know me.
What they call you, bro?
Oh, they call me. Mr. Great Area himself.
Oh shit!
They call me young enough to fuck your mama.
Oh.
But also old enough to take your auntie.
Oh,
all right, then. Pardon the language. It's a New Year's.
It's a last episode. We gonna get into.
We getting into something today. This is the last episode.
Every year they gonna know me.
That's why I'm giving it to them grimy today.
We're giving it to them last.
Yes, nasty with it still.
Listen, bear with
Pardon
us.
my language.
You're gonna have to bear with us. Listen.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, you
long-ass
don't know the
year.
settings though. You already don't know the settings.
Sure.
And yeah, that's how we leave it. And you're chatting to a girl. You know when you ever does the thought of like how is her family situation like, kind of like, does it kind of like trigger how you move towards her? Because do you end up having to now think to yourself, let's say now you find out this girl, dad's normally when a dad's not in the picture, that's not normally the best. It's not always like, you know, the nicest fit when you're chatting to a chick.
Easy thing to talk about for sure.
But then, like, you find out at home it's not really the best there either. Like the way how she would dress herself to her loved ones, it's like if you heard her mum and her going back and forth and it sounds like it's about to go to blows, that's normally like a thing for me. I'm like, yeah, if that's how it is now at home, the home is a reflection of you.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me hinder towards how I'm gonna move, because if I find out that's how it is with this girl at her home, I'm like, yeah, she ain't really it for me. And that's what, for me personally, I know that when it comes to my thing, I don't know if it's for all man them, but I know that when it comes to me, if I know that's a situation like at home, does that make me change how I move towards this girl? Yes. Because I know that, yeah, man ain't here for this long-term thing with her if that's how she's moving at home.
Okay, so I would say your approach could be different. However, would you...
The situation.
In my head, yeah, there's a separation in it, because at the end of the day...
It's her.
I look at it like this. When a kid gets born into the world, yeah, they're like a plain piece of paper. They're going to be influenced by their environment, innit? So where they're brought up is gonna tell a story. Now, if their parents are the problem, and when I say that, I mean it takes two to tango. So when it comes to argument or being argumentative or having those types of issues or being the way you explain, bro, it's gonna come from one of them. And the other person's going to play their part based on the situation. So, for example, if their parents are very argumentative and always starting an issue and constantly, they love an argument, they feel comfortable in that environment, but the other person, like the girl in question here, she's not necessarily like that, but it gets brought out due to their mum or their dad's actions and the way they are, then it can't necessarily be that person. That person just needs to be taken out of that environment and changed. Or you get me, like they can learn something else and learn a different way of communicating, and they can evolve and they can develop in it. So
I think let me make it more specific.
Go on.
Yeah. if she can end up saying to her mom, "Fuck you, mom," in an argument.
Oh no, okay, yeah. No, that's a whole other next thing.
That's literally what I was trying to.
Because she can say that to your mum one day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's that. Or to you. That's the next thing.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I was just trying to narrow down. I made it some long statement. But yeah, if that's what's going on. And normally that would happen if it's just her and the mum sometimes in the yard. The dad's not really present. So there's not really a father figure there.
Nah.
And that's what I'm hearing.
But it's worse if there's a father figure there and that's
trust.
It is, but sometimes it's always usually when you find that there's a father figure there, the way how they maneuver themselves is always different because it's like, oh, okay, there's probably a staple that she's learned that from and whatnot in it. Not to say there's not pros and cons with also having a father figure because they might want to idolize how the dad grew up and like how he gets his money, all the stuff here. But I found normally like when it comes to like, especially single parent childhoods and like, I've seen how they move and especially if I'm hearing that's how, like, yeah, me and my mom got into it. And I'm like, bro. There's
no getting into it with parents still. There's no getting into it.
Speakerphone and then my mom's asking for a simple request and she's just moving mad. And then she comes to me, oh, sorry about that.
What you experienced that, yeah?
I mean, I had it once, but I wasn't serious about her. But I was like, yeah, even though I wasn't even serious about her, I still thought, brother, this is long.
Was you smoking it?
I was working my way up to it. Okay. Then I gave up.
What made you give up?
Fam, all of that. The energy was different.
Okay,
and I thought, this girl's rotten, bro. I don't want this. I just can't do it, even just for a cheating thing. Because she's tapped. The way she already spoke to her mum on speaker.
But you know, tapped cooch is probably the best cooch. You know?
Yeah, for the moment. For the moment.
For sure.
When you're in the moment and it's tapped, yeah, and you just really get inside their brain, it's different.
Crazy Girl's got the best
but
pussy.
It's the after effect, yeah, of course.
Crazy Girl's got the best pussy for sure.
Yeah, I just logged in on this phone to the Twitter account, yeah. I get that notification.
But it's mad though, it's mad.
I think, yeah.
So that always made me feel like I can't.
Yeah. No, that was actually a very good question, yeah. Because my take on it is, okay, one, you need to firstly, and this is if you're trying to take the girl seriously, innit? Yeah. Is get to know them for them, innit? So actually get to know them as a person rather than like how situations are dictating the way they act, innit?
Yeah, trust me.
And then two, obviously if she's just like not a good person, you ain't got no respect for. Like these are the things, common things you'd want to find out before you even take any girl seriously, innit? Like, cool, how is she with her parents? Her mom, is she respectful? How is she around kids? You get me? How is she around family members, her friends? Do they like gossiping a lot? Things like that, innit? Yeah. These are just all things you just naturally should like scope out firstly, innit?
Exactly.
And then if you, during that stage and you see, okay, cool, you know, the way she responds or communicates with her parents is it's a bit wayward, it's a bit here and there. Yeah. It's a bit,
Yeah.
Then
would you try to tighten it up? You'd be like, hey, why you talking
at a certain point, do you know what's mad? You can do that after a certain point, as in after you've crossed a certain line with me. Like, you both know what's up, you get me? But before that point, it's not your responsibility. Fact. You don't want to go and make something your burden. It's not your burden, innit? Like, for example, like you just said, innit? Like, cool, she could be chatting on the phone. Yeah, bro, she's just moving mad to her mum. If you've gone past that point, like, right, that was good, everything good at home. Like, she might really a tree. She might just be like stressed. Something might be on the mind, innit? It might uncover something else where you get me if you're the one to help her.
Swearing like that, I'm sorry, I'm not involved.
No, it's different. Though. Everyone's got different upbringings, innit? Because like same way her parents could have grown up swearing at her, and that's just normal in their house, innit? So sometimes you have to. It's obviously going to be down to you what type of household you want to.
You know what's mad. You get me. But you know what's mad then. And then imagine now you want to take this thing maybe a bit more serious. And maybe you're in familiar situations with your family. And she's in the room. And she's moving like as if like she didn't have the upbringing. So she's moving like how she would normally move with her family and that.
Yeah.
That must be look at you like, brother, what's...
my mum will put in the place.
Yeah, it have to be patterns still.
Different.
But you know what's mad? I've seen videos online, where I've seen the girl and the boy's mum back and forth, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I think it's a cultural thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's a cultural thing where you're brought up, especially in our culture, you're brought up to have respect for your elders naturally.
Yeah. Anyone that's older.
Yeah, even if you've never met them before, your first approach is with, you get me, respect and being polite. You get me? Even if like you get older people who they're just being pricks, innit? I think for us, it's harder for us to retaliate just because of our upbringing. Yeah. Sometimes we're forced to like, no, like man's not having that. But more time you give it benefit of the doubt because naturally your mum's brought you up to get me, have manners, have respect, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
you're older, so Sometimes it's fortunate, sometimes it's unfortunate, but sometimes you might let it slide. But if you're the type of person who's just talking anyhow to anyone,
it's mad.
That's already a problem.
It's mad.
That's already a problem.
It's a red flag for sure.
Yeah.
And sometimes I used to judge, not even used to, I still do it now. If I was to get to know somebody, yeah, I normally look at their friendship circle.
Yeah.
Do they have this kind of young mentality and they just look like they're wild party girls? I'm like, brother, you think this?
Hey, no. Let's get into that.
You gotta look at their friends.
You have to still.
Because
look at that.
So we getting some shit today.
Cool. We started off. We're talking about some red flags, and we're gonna get into the green flags, innit?
Yeah,
so
we'll get into the green
what
flag.
things in it? Cool. So that's one of them as well.
100%.
That's one thing I started deep in as well. Because next year, I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Trying to leave it with something.
I'm trying to leave here with something, innit? I'm gonna see how does it get me. I'm gonna see how the waves tangle, but you get me. Anyways,
no, honestly,
I started deep in now. What type of girl would you actually like? If you talk about through traits, what do you want in a girl, innit?
Yeah.
What things you don't want to see in a girl? You get me? Things like obviously not being respectful, blah blah blah. Yeah. Like also, you're right. If I'm looking at what type of friends she has as well, like,
sure.
Is she the type of girl that every single outing she's there, fam? Like, fam, you ever invited her to a motive? She's there, bro. It's long.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
It's like, what? How many years straight? You want to go colourful?
I don't want that, fam.
In print?
Yeah, that's a myth.
Every year?
Fam. All in the name of
I don't want to see her at Carney. That's facts.
Living your best life, fam.
Every year?
It's long, fam. Like, cool. And even as mad, yeah, I don't think I'm a person who goes out a lot. You get me? Even though I'm going out, I was like, right, you went out last time, fam. You tired? You get me? So, like, I class myself as someone who doesn't go out a lot. I prefer staying indoors most of the time. But obviously, understand there's people that's just their way of enjoyment, innit? But do you think there's a limit to how many times you want to go out, fam?
Yes, I'll definitely say that there's. For me personally, the girl can't be going out too much still. If you go out like, let's do it weekends.
I don't think you can put a number.
I think you can.
Are we saying single or in a relationship with you? Because when they're single, it's a different thing.
Single, you're trying to.
You're talking to them as a person.
Yeah, you're talking to them as a person. You're trying to get them. You're trying to get them to take serious.
Okay.
And these are the signs that they're displaying.
Yeah, if they're doing that while you're trying to take them seriously,
like, cool, they could change for you, but it's going to be harder if that's naturally them. Like, they might do it for the first year where they didn't go out, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, you know what, bro? Well, in deep, fam, I can start doing.
Going out's cool.
No, going out's cool, but excessively going out.
Excessive for me.
What's the idea of sex?
Excessive for me is like midweek patterns. You know the midweek. Once a week, I'm not mad at that.
No, it's not, that's why I say I can't put a number on it, because there'll be some months, them dry months, no one's shouting you for nothing. I was like, yo, I hope, like, God damn, ain't nothing going on in the streets. But I'm talking about, like, listen, no matter who it is, which one of your friends it is, they shout you, you're going.
And you're going.
Don't matter for them.
Yeah. But for me, I've got to judge it by numbers, though. I've got to judge it by monthly numbers, bro. Because like you said...
I'm the same way.
Yeah, but that will come into account,
because if in the whole month of, like, November... She ain't gone nowhere, but in December she's gone out like 5-6 times. Calm, because last month you didn't go out at all.
Yeah, but that's into proport. That's taking it.
That's what I'm saying. It's balance.
Yeah, it's balance.
If there's balance, I'm cool with all of that.
It has to be balanced.
If there's balance, but if there's like, bro, you're going out every week and you're going out twice a week minimum, that's crazy.
I'm talking about like. My thing is like just
like
anyone
every
who shouts
like
you,
you're actually going.
Like even the homies even like the homies, you're not even that.
So your point is more like. Not bougie, but like you're not always accessible. You're not saying yes to every motive, basically.
Yeah, like it's not everything you have to go to. You get me? And it takes numbers into consideration, innit? Like you said, obviously, if you've gone out 2 months, you ain't done that, and you've been grinding or whatever, innit? And then you say, you know what, this month I'm gonna go all in. Do you think you deserved it, innit?
Yeah.
But if you're just like regular, like. You know what I'm saying?
That's just you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm all asking you, are you free? You get me? Like, what? Are you up? Well, y'all get to that? And she's like, yeah.
It's long.
All right.
See, reason why it can be a bit different, but it also it gets techie. So there's two things. Devil's advocate is that girl can also say she has a lot of mutual friends, because we all know girls are a lot more friendlier than guys. Girls also have so many friends where it's like there's a Christmas do, or there's a birthday dinner, or my cousin's doing this, or they're just doing a little get together in their house. That's all right. But then it can also play into a con side where it's like, cool, I hear it, and these are your mutuals. Do you have to make yourself available all the time? Especially if you feel like you don't really want to. But if they're more like, yeah, man, there's something going on, I'm going.
It's about balance here, because
I think it's a balance.
It's about balance, isn't it? Because at the same time, you get like, I've had this experience, in it. Like, yeah, man, I'm going out to so and so. Like, yeah, man, I'm not surprised, isn't it? You, like, yeah, man, but I don't even want to go, bro. I'm just, cool, don't go then.
Yeah, that's one thing I can't stand.
What's good,
if
fam?
you
Like,
don't want to go, brother.
like, you get me?
Don't-
I'm
yeah.
past the point trying to get you not to go.
That's the next thing.
So don't go and tell me, like, yeah, I'm not really
I'm not really on it.
Yeah, no, that's dead.
You're adult, you know. You can make your own decisions,
They're
bro.
probably still trying to find the right dress.
Bro.
Girls do that a lot still. I remember, but there's the thing, yeah, and this is why I thought to myself, I don't mind the balance, but I remember there was a time I was talking to one girl, but she didn't go out at all. And it was depressing. Because I'm like, so, like, what are you saying? More time when I'm on the phone to her, nothing, I'm just chilling. Like, fuck, man, this is depressing.
You gotta value that, man. You gotta value that.
You think so?
In my opinion, you gotta value that.
I think, yeah, that's cool, but then listen, you know when they get to the point where they just chill at their homebody all the time, it's not as fun when you're with them, you know.
They ain't got a vibe.
Yeah, it's just literally just chill. Like what they do on their ones is what they'll do with you, and because they're just such a homebody, it's like you're not really getting any life. Like you might be in a good mood, a spectacular mood. You might go there. You might want to obviously have your objective in mind when you go see her, catch a vibe, and then do your thing. Yeah, but then that vibe is just killing you off. You're like, this is pressing up in here. It's like
depending on what they mean to you. If they don't mean much to you,
that's what I'm saying. That doesn't mean she's not the one for you.
Yeah, if she don't mean that much to you,
yeah,
for you to put effort in, because that, in my opinion, in my eyes, like you got to put effort in then, like because you got to show them a different lifestyle, a different vibe. Like you got to show them how lit life is. Clearly, they don't understand how lit life can be, so that's why they like that. But if that person ain't really your vibe, then yeah, just cut them people, man. Fuck that. If you ain't got a vibe, I'm leaving because I'm definitely an advocate. If girls don't bring the vibe, it's dead because girls always sit on their like high horse and be like, oh yeah, like
I'm the same way.
They'll be like, oh like. The guy's got to bring this. What are you doing?
No.
You dead thing. You get me?
Exactly.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? You're over here doing file a report, then saying like, oh, so like, I need you to do this and do that. Oh no, that's your job. Listen, what are you doing there?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Give me one thing that you're doing right now.
What?
Because I'm lit. I'm lit, bro.
Don't tell me about, oh, well, I cook and I have nyash. No. What else are you doing, bruv? What else?
He's speaking for himself here still.
Nah, man, this is New Year's resolution things.
We finished talking about that, my guy.
Nah, we're so honest. We're doing resolution things.
Alright, cool. So, like, no, for me, the bottom line is that it has to be like a nice balance in it, and like balance to me might be different to balance to someone else. You get me?
Sure.
So you just need to find someone that matches you in the same way.
Your balance.
Whereas, like, bruv, there's sometimes like you might slide, and both you wanted to cut early, fam, because you get me. You just went there. You just to be nice, show face, you get me, and just cut. It's like sometimes you, not that you have to go out, but it's like polite to honor an invitation. Go show, like you don't have to go and be the life of the party. Just go show face. If you got to drop in a gift, whatever, do that, and you can slide in it.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like, fam, every single motive, you're there, fam, and then all of a sudden, like you stop going, and then you're chilling. You're, oh yeah, fam, I saw your girl at this party. Oh yeah, no, I saw her. She was at Stephanie's thing still. Oh, do you know what's fam? I saw her snapshot. I was like, what? You get me? Like every single time, as long, fam. Me personally, I don't have the energy to like maintain that type of lifestyle, fam.
The older we get, bro, and that's why I'm like, the older we are, if you still got that energy, I'm like, boy, I've already considered that. I've looked at the aspects of you, like pros and cons. Those cons are there. I'm like, cool. That's already put me like a good. It's already given me a good overview already.
No, let's not call it a con, innit? Let's not call it a con because I think
it is.
No, let's just call it your red flag, innit? Because this works for some people, innit?
It's definitely my con. It's definitely
because you can say that, innit? But it's worked for like sometimes both you are like party animals. I mean, you're just on it. You get me?
I've never seen two.
And
actually, no,
bro, into like your 60s or 50s, you're still doing the same thing, innit? And it works for both of you, innit?
I've never met a couple who are both lit together, but then there was a time where I went to
met Steven's parents, bruv.
Yeah, they're lit, and those are good people to be around.
Yeah,
no, when they're not all the time, bruv. Sometimes it gets it's not every single time.
But the thing is, that's if you're right with them 24s, then it's like that can be tiring. But like every once in a while, if you see this, I'm like, these two are lit, you know. I like that.
Yeah,
because when I went to something time ago, I think it was during the summer. One girl, she was doing like a special performance in it, and it's like all the actors a lot in it, but there was two people. one guy and his girl, but I didn't know that was his girl. I thought they were just cool besties. Like they just seemed like they was real cool. And I was like, oh, what? You two together? I was like, yeah, man, it's my missus. And I said, oh, word. But the way how they were talking, they weren't doing this whole like, oh, babe, this and that. It was more like they was just gassing. Like you would have thought these two were like brother and sister.
That's how it should be, fam. Like, that's how when you're in a relationship.
It was lit. I like the energy.
When
Big
you're
up
in a
Christian.
relationship, it's
That's
a
like a-
family, bro.
It's
Like,
like a different level of comfortability.
I feel like people's
Love
idea,
that. Love that.
people's idea of relationships sometimes is like this taboo, like you have to be, oh, that's my hubby and all that's my, like, bro, bro. In my head, yeah, I see relationships as family, innit? Like once you're in that relationship, that's your family, bro. Like this is, you don't have to act anymore. You don't have to act like this perfect person. And this is you. Like be yourself, and you be yourself, and then like we could just be ourselves together. And this is the reason why we love each other, isn't it? Like, it's not this like, okay, so what are you gonna do this month? Like, are you gonna do like, bro? Like, let's just be real, innit? Let's be honest. Let's just do things naturally, and let's do the.
That's to
things that
stop
we
the
like to do.
charade. You got me, I got you.
Yeah, like let's go. Like,
One of
let's
them
do
ones.
that.
We both
When
won.
but you feel like, you know what, the beginning stages, do you feel like you still have that front on and then it takes a while for it to just simmer down and then you're just like, yeah, man, you know me, man, you know who I am, you know how I be.
It depends. For me, it's if in my head I'm like, all right, I really want to take this girl serious, yeah, I'm gonna show her me as early as possible.
Oh, is
I'm
it?
show her you.
Early as possible. As early as
Okay.
possible.
Where
For me,
she- where if
reason
you-
being, if it scares you and makes you go, oh, I don't want this, that's early doors. We didn't have to go through fiasco all 6-5 months down the line and it's done. Or we even got together on some fake shit and then I want to show you me now.
No, but
Are you with
sometimes-
this?
Sometimes,
Are you with this?
Sometimes you need the. Not the
Are you with this?
Sometimes you need to work though.
Nah.
Do you get
Are
me?
you on this?
Nah.
You're not on this. What? You got
Sometimes you
Alan on this now?
sometimes you need
Oh
to
what?
work,
Oh what? You ain't good enough. No. Alright, bet. Beast. I ain't got time for this shit.
No, sometimes you need to work, fam.
Gotta keep it 100, bro.
Sometimes.
Nah, this is the reason why I asked this question.
Why?
Because there's just two views here.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
for
no.
sure.
Do you know it is? Because sometimes, yeah, I don't disagree
Fuck.
with what he's saying, innit?
Yeah.
But I just think sometimes it's just different, innit? Sometimes you see a girl, she's bad. Like you know you're gonna have to work from her. Like
No,
Yeah, you work.
he's
But in
saying that
terms
you've
of
worked,
like-
but now you guys are newly couple.
yeah, then you can be.
you guys are here,
You
like-
can be.
But do you do it instantly or it's more like
No, it's gradual, innit? It's
Yeah,
gradual.
'cause
bro.
I've always been a
Instantly
gradual
is like
dude.
the fake, like, bro, you are you, fam. Do you get me?
yeah.
Like, yeah, it has to be a gradual thing, and like that's how they are gonna gradually learn to like you for you, and you like them for them,
Because
innit?
man's not gonna lie to you, man. I still keep the cool guy persona, you know. Like we're a couple, but
Is that you though?
it's me, but I'm not letting them in on everything.
What do you mean? What's the cool guy person?
So my cool guy persona is like, say like I'll tell you about my day, what I've gone through, and I can go for a long day, and maybe it might not be.
Cooler than it actually is.
I'm gonna make it sound so much more cool and lighter because like I know you ain't ready for that yet, or maybe I'm not ready to give you that yet because it's like this is deep waters. Once I do this, like man's just gonna gradually, like you know, like a man be like, "Alright, man, damn, I'm tired, man. I had this, had that." But because it's in front of her now, and she's like a jewel to me, obviously, man still put in my good sauce when I had to get her. So now that I've got her, the sauce is still there. Don't get me wrong in it, but I'm not giving you all of me yet. I'm just kind of giving you like the cool, still the chilled version of Kofi.
but this is
But
sometimes.
then it happens, and then it's naturally like, yeah, now this is just me.
I think this is sometimes what the bridge that like not everyone can cross in it, especially like couples. Yeah, because I think girls get to that stage quicker.
Oh,
where they
facts.
become more free of themselves and like they tell you naturally. That's just how they are, innit? They like to tell you what's going on today. They want you to be interested in what's going on today. Blah, blah, blah. Whereas man, them like, yeah, like what went on today ain't important. Like yeah, I'm here at now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, how's your day? Yeah, no, it's good. It could be shit. Like, you could have lost peas, flat tire,
No one's there.
Yeah.
get home. Yeah, no, today was calm still.
It was
you get me?
calm.
Because naturally, we wouldn't do that. And I think more time, I think man them nearly feel more comfortable telling other man them what they're really
Yeah.
going through because like we understand, like truly, you get me, as a man.
Yeah.
Like if for example, yeah, like cool, I've had a mad day in it. Like, and I come and tell you, man, them takes me a long life. On the way here, flat tire, this happened, that happened. The man don't know how to cool. Jonny had it rough today. You get me? Let's not maybe expect too much from him.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
For sure.
Whereas maybe, and this is, I'm just talking early doors for like in a relationship, innit? Might go in and tell your girl, she's like, oh, that's so sad, blah, blah. Yeah, but can we still go out today though? Like you might have had plans to go out. Yeah, but you still be able to? Like, do you know what I'm saying? They'll come
Are
up
you
with
deaf?
They come up with those situations
Are
where
you
like,
deaf?
I think the
That's
man
mad
them
still.
like we can instantly, without a lot of communication, understand each other. You get me? Like I could give you like you could come and just off of my vibe, you ask me a question, the way I answer it, yeah, you know what? It's not even like that today. Still, let me just keep it cool. Do you get me? Whereas girls want to dig deep and talk to me, baby. And you're like, relax, but I don't want to talk about it. Like, man, understand the boundaries a bit more, innit?
Yeah.
So, I think naturally.
But when you're in relationship territory,
Yeah, no, when you're in a relationship territory,
yeah,
sooner or later, you're gonna have to let those boundaries down, innit?
and it's deep
that
waters, you know.
As Nick says, that becomes your family, that becomes your person, innit? But in terms of the time frames, fam, the other day I was in the barbers, innit? Getting some mad advice from. I don't even call it advice because I didn't take it on board. It was just like some comments.
That old nigga
innit?
just speaking.
Listen, some comments.
Brother.
That old nigga speaking, and I just happened to hear a few words.
Yeah, bruv, they were telling, man. Because obviously we was chilling, it was me, Steve, and obviously Zahn and some of Zahn's boys and that, yeah. Obviously all Ghana.
them niggas are always giving life advice.
Them niggas, bruv. No, I want advice. Don't call it advice, bro. Just comments, bruv.
Brother,
Them man just talking
every time
loudly.
I'm in there, I know what you go
Fam.
through.
So-
hey, wait, sorry, we can bleep this one out. The barley one as well, innit? He's the one that goes through the most. The one with the
You
beard.
don't have to bar blow
Nah,
that
he
out.
went there, he went there.
He went there because that nigga always talk about his problems.
Some other guy got some fat lips, fam. No, I'm telling you, bro. Like normally people have big lips, but his one. I'm talking
That's
like
hilarious.
I'm talking like normally like you get like maybe your bottom lip is the biggest one.
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about they're both the same
Same
size.
side, equal lip,
It's mad.
looking ass
Brother,
niggas.
Sometimes
mad
I'm
thing
talking
on
like
both of
there
them,
those some
you know.
fat lips, bro. Telling you, bro. No, but he's still a safe, solid dude. You get me? No, you get me?
Because if he was jarring, yeah, he'd be the worst person.
Nah, but some of the advice is mad, innit?
Okay.
So so obviously we was talking, chatting there, and then obviously I think I don't know, we just started talking about girls and stuff, yeah, as you obviously do.
Yeah.
And then
Them niggas
one of them
love
was
talking
like,
about
I don't remember how this came up in it, but obviously I just started talking. Yeah, fam, listen, me, I'm gonna lie, fam, running out of time in this game, bro. I'm soon to be looking to settle down and stuff. Yeah,
Oh, is that what you said?
that's what I said. Yeah,
Yeah. Woo!
And then
2022.
And then
Careful.
this let me put no
Careful,
time.
man.
Let me put no time frame on it.
Shit.
Nigga. Hey, be careful.
Hey, that's what the girls say to him now when he enters his room. Hey, listen, Priscilla, I'm trying to leave with something.
Yeah, I'm trying to do something.
2022.
I heard Johnny's out there.
Hey,
Looking to
man,
leave with
listen.
something.
Nah, you got something.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Settled with something.
Listen. Should I give that now?
Oh, that's about time, nigga.
What's up? So cool. So I've said that in it. What I say? Man, you're looking to settle down. Fuck that, man. Obviously, that
That
you
was
know,
what he said.
Ghanaian
Yeah, I
uncles.
know
When they
exactly.
speak, they try to add like an American twang
accent still.
to the English, innit? Nah, man,
Especially
fuck
young
that,
boys.
man. Man, stay single, man. I said, why? Man, you see girls, man, they're crazy, man. I said, what? Like, he's like, me, I'm married, you know. I said, so
I knew it. It's always those
why the
stories.
hell are you telling me not to get married and you're
these
married,
dudes.
fam? If you're not happy, you leave it.
Literally.
And it's just back and forward, yeah. And he said, you know what, yeah, you know me, yeah. When I met my girl, 2 weeks and got married.
feel
He
I'm
got
gonna be
married
listening to you, bro.
within 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah, that's the next thing.
And then another guy like, yeah, fam, took like 3 months to get married.
Brother.
And but that works for some people, innit? Because they're still together.
Yeah.
Whether they're happy or not, it's not my business, innit?
Yeah.
But
And I'm listening to these man now.
in terms of
giving
like,
lectures.
my whole point was just in terms of like when to like let your guard down the run. Like, you get me? Everyone's time is different, innit? Like some men them like to sort of stick it out a bit longer, innit? And I think I'm one of the guys who naturally you just stick out a bit longer before you start to really get.
And this is even while you're in the relationship, but then you stick out longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why though. That's just naturally how I am, fam. I'm not in like
Well, because it's
tell you
deep
how I
territory.
emotionally
Like,
feel type of guy.
It's very like once you do it,